Brooks checked in for Peyton. For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter.
Victor Oladipo played for the same college coach as Dwayne Wade. And, you know, their games actually draw some comparisons. Both are 6'4", strong, huge wingspans, and explosive athletes with that ball handling ability. I think Oladipo has a great future.
Back to Brooks. In the corner, it's Harris. Out of bounds, magic ball as Orlando keeps possession.
And checking out some numbers for Nikola Vucevic. The past few weeks, he's been a major contributor. You can see where he ranks. He was 9th in shooting percentage. And in terms of rebounding, he's in the top 20 in the league. So a guy who can really take care of the boards for you.
And, Steve, you touched on his outstanding field goal percentage. I mean, he hasn't gotten there just simply by having a hot hand on occasion. I mean, it's also a product of how hard he works to find those good open shots.
Clock at 6. Steps back and fires. Almost, but it rolls out.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
And the jam by Cephalosha.
Boy, the floor really opened up for him there.
It sure did. A good job getting it started before the defense can get itself set.
Magic leading by 6. To the paint, it's deflected. Harris kicks to Gordon. That's good.
Their offense already flowing. Some stellar shooting while jumping out to this lead.
Well, high-quality shots, and they've been on target with them.
Here's Schroeder. Brooks covering. 1:19 left to play here in the first. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Fournier. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
You know, the issue really with Atlanta this year and moving forward isn't that they're a bad team. They've just been kind of stuck in that middle road of mediocrity. They're competitive, play hard, and they're hoping to find a way to get to the next level.
Kent Bazemore's checked in for Atlanta. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Orlando. Harkless comes in for Tobias Harris.
And with Atlanta, as you said, for a while now they've been a playoff caliber team, but making that next step into the elite class of the East has been hard.
And some of it, Clark, for Atlanta making the jump is personnel. It's never easy to get a franchise player without a high draft pick.
And in that sense, Kevin, they are a bit in danger of becoming a treadmill team, but they have a good base right now, and I think they just need to continue to keep adding talent and have the talent they have continue to develop.
Brand dishes to Cephalosha. Pass to Millsap. Unloads from 13. Jump shot is good. Millsap's got 8 points.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
And Brooks, here we go. Got that one up quick.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up on the strength of a great first quarter offensively.
And they need to continue to put pressure on the defense and try to really run away with this one from here.
Bazemore gets the bucket.
What a start to this game. The offense is both dominating.
Tell you what, feels like a game on the playground. Forget about defense, just keep firing.
Brooks the pass to Fournier. Brooks outside. And again, it's Orlando converting.
And the early lead just keeps on growing. Another basket.
And the way they've done it is with an extremely potent inside attack.
Here's Bazemore. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Well, and of course, we'd all like to see that free throw percentage improve. I mean, he does not have the touch in the 60s.
Well, it definitely was a disappointing part of his game this year. Not the numbers he was hoping for from the strike.
Cannot hit. Welcome back, folks. We'll see you on the contested quarter as we move here into the second. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
And they're really keying in on getting as many good shots inside the lane as possible. They're doing a nice job of not just settling for outside looks.
Yep, I agree. I mean, they're working it inside and doing it with intention and purpose.
Paul Millsap out there with Kent Bazemore. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Kyle Korver, and it's Ontich in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
And that bucket adds to what's been a big differential in points in the paint between these two teams.
Defensively, the intensity just hasn't been there. They've got to pick up the pace.
Millsap a screen on Brooks. Here's Schroeder, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
That's the way to shoot the rock.
Atlanta making some changes. Eldon Brand's checked in for Pero Ontich. Cephalosha comes in for Paul Millsap. And Max subbed in for Kyle Korver. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Gordon's checked in for Fry. Fournier comes in for Tobias Harris. Ben Gordon's checked in for Victor Oladipo. And Brooks subbed in for Peyton. And Coach Budenholzer, two-sport athlete at Pomona, golf and basketball, also graduated with a triple major in politics, philosophy, and economics. It sounds just like you at Arizona.
Similar, only different. But you know, shortly after college, Budenholzer actually took over as the video coordinator for the Spurs, and that's where his career took off. He ended up spending 19 seasons alongside Greg Popovich, winning 4 titles, and now here he is coaching the Atlanta Hawks.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Magic.
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
Now, they've done a really good job of getting their hands into passing lanes and coming away with some steals in the early going.
Here's Teague, uses the glass to finish the layup. Teague's got 12 points in the game.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Outside Gordon. He kicks to Brooks. Fires from the line. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Brooks has got 9 points now in the quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here's Mack. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Teague.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first. If we pay...
Well, both sides have assessed what they need. Comes in for Damari Carroll, and it's Schroeder in for Teague. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Orlando. Harkless comes in for Channing Frye.
Jeff Teague, one of the quickest and most elusive point guards in the NBA. He's incredible in transition, and where he's really improved is in the half court. He's figured out how to carve up defenses off the dribble.
On the court for Orlando, Mo Harkless and Tobias Harris, the forwards. Aiden at the 1 with Oladipo by his side at the 2. And it's O'Quinn in at the center, filling out the middle. Harris setting the pick for Oladipo. Here's Harkless. And Teague, a top-tier penetrator, a nice tier.
An improved passer, too, Kevin. I like the confidence he's starting to play with now. Getting into the lane. He's elite when it comes to the assist-turnover ratio that point guards are measured by, and he continues to expand his offensive game as well.
Gordon's checked in for the Magic. Brooks comes in for Peyton. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, over that break, I listened in on what head coach for the Magic was getting across in the huddle. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Brooks. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. He also said something you don't hear too often from a coach. He told his guys they should have a shoot-first mindset instead of trying to be, quote, too cute with the ball. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. And Oladipo kicks to Brooks. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Atlanta making some changes. Eldon Brand's checked in for Pero Ontich. And Thabo Cephalosha subbed in for Kyle Korver. He's checked in for Victor Oladipo. 1:35 left to play in the third. Schroeder dishes to Cephalosha. Pass to Schroeder. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And now a quick look at some very potent men in the middle lately. Highest scoring big men in the past 10 games. Number 5 is Paul Millsap.
And there are different styles among those big men, but they have one thing very much in common. They can dominate offensively, face up or back to the basket. They can get it done.
And that's what makes that list so intriguing to me, Steve, just how varied it is in terms of technique each of those big men use. I mean, you could fill a textbook taking a little piece of each of their games. I mean, they all do something different and unique and do it well.
Brooks misses.
You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post, Clark.
I do. I love it. Their rebounding has been outstanding. So important in a tight game.
Schroeder kicks to Cephalosha. Screen by Brand. Cephalosha passes to Bazemore. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
You know, even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line this half.
I think they've done a good job of making the most of their chances at the line, and they've got to keep it up to take the lead.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. The Atlanta Hawks coming to this one after the win against Dallas.
And I thought, guys, they were the beneficiary of what was some lackluster defense being played against them.
I agree with you. I mean, it was really shocking how many free runs to the hoop they got.
And he gets it to go.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Stolen by Gordon. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Fournier. Here's Harkless. Misses off the right iron.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Magic out in front, leading by 5. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Atlanta. Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Orlando. Teague and Korver in the backcourt. Carroll at the 3 and Millsap at the 4. And it's Brand in at the pivot spot manning the middle. So that's the Hawks 5. Payton outside, 6 on the shot clock. And Oladipo kicks to Payton. Leaner from distance. Here's Fry. Back to Payton. Dishes to Oladipo. Orlando moving the ball around. Payton passes to Oladipo. Payton outside. Back to Oladipo. To the inside. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Brooks checked in for Orlando. A moment to check with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
Thanks, Doris. Brand, good. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Brooks outside. It's rebounded by Teague. Teague's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Love the way he fought for that putback. You know, he's willing to put in a lot of hard work in this game, no doubt about that.
And the Hawks making a change here. Antich is checked in, and that drops, so they now lead by 1. Atlanta's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Teague dishes to Carroll. Plenty of space. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got 5 assists in the game. Brooks kicks to Oladipo. Back to Brooks. Passes it to Fry. Feeds to Brooks. Now the dish to Oladipo. Brooks outside. And the 3 off target.
Very little success for him behind the arc today. Just 1 3-pointer in the first half and still none in the second.
And he lays it straight in. And 3-point Atlanta lead.
Oh, he's clearly feeling it, Clark, coming off that fantastic game last time out.
The Orlando Magic come into this one after the win against Miami. Harris passes to Brooks. The feed now to Oladipo. He dishes it to Vucevic. Now the pass to Brooks. Clock at 6.
In a big game for Brooks. He has 17 points and a block. He's giving them just what they would have hoped for today.
I think maybe even more.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Hawks?
How about the three-point shooting we're seeing so far, guys? Amazing.
Don't overlook the success they've had at the free throw line tonight either.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might hurt. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
Outside T. There's a minute 34 left to play in the final quarter. Can't connect from 14 feet out. Vucevic dishes to Brooks. High post shot. And yep, couple bounces and it falls. Brooks has got it all tied up now for the Magic.
What a shot over the bigger man. I'll tell you what, that could prove to be a massive play in this game. You know, because...
And the pressure situation, Steve, that was a high degree of difficulty shot on that jumper.
1:16 left in the fourth quarter. T kicks to Carroll. Here's Huntage to the inside. With the teardrop, it's hauled in by Harris. Tipped. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. The shot by Carroll, no good. A lot is on the line here.
Well, how about the intensity and focus of the crowd here?
So loud in this place.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
And so he drops them both. It's a 2-point ball game.
No problem for him there. You just know what the result's going to be when he steps to the line in a tight game like this.
Ooh, a pressure basket right there.
Now that's coming through in the clutch.
Here's Brooks. Sinks it.
Well, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Teague against Brooks. He nails it. And he's on up.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
Oh, no good. Teague for 3. Chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. Time expired. Basketball action. This one has been a great one. Overtime number 1. Getting going right now. So Atlanta will get the first. Pelosha is checked in for Atlanta. Ken Bazemore comes in for Kyle Korver. Then for the Magic, Fry comes in for Gordon, and Brooks subbed in for Payton.
Yeah, you can't let them pound the ball and just milk those precious seconds away.
No other option here but to foul and hope for a few misses at the line.
At the 2 and 3, it's Oladipo and Tobias Harris. Ryan Vucevic are the power forward and center, and it's Brooks in at the point guard position. The high post shot, it falls! And now they trail by just 4. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on B. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And you got to think those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Nails it. We're now about 3 minutes into this overtime period. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
Shooting from one. Kyle Korver. 2 shots.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game. Misses the shot.